Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix, and today we are going to create two awesome scripts. The first thing you'll want to do is to hop into build mode and open your build menu. On the Gizmos tab, pull out a script gizmo. Let's name this one Creator Reset Ball. We can delete when world is started by grabbing the code block and pulling down on our thumbstick. Then bring over when object is grabbed by player. From the top, grab the if control code block. What we want to do is to make it so that if you grab the ball, it resets the world. Otherwise, it will force release the ball from any other user's hands. To do this, we will also need to bring over the else control code block. Make sure this is placed directly under the if and not indented. See the white bar that indicates where it will be placed. Next, we'll head to the Actions tab and place Force Release indented under the else code block. Notice how pushing our raycast to the right causes it to indent the white bar. Also, from the Actions tab, we can grab the Reset World and put that indented below the if code block. Great work! Last thing to do is on our Operators tab. At the top, we have logic operators. These return a value of true or false, also known as a Boolean value. We can place the equal symbol into the if pill, and then scrolling down to player, grab name of player and place that into the A slot of the equals code block, bringing the green pill down from above into the name of the player code block. Now on our Values tab, grab a string input from near the bottom, dragging it into the B slot of the equals code block. The last thing to do is to type in your name, with mine being Phoenix4VR. Note that capitalization does matter. And now, when a player whose name matches the string we've inputted grabs the object, the world will reset. Otherwise, the object will be force released. We can try this out by opening the Properties panel of a grabbable object and attaching the Creator Reset Ball script. Make sure the object is set to interactive and grabbable. Here you can see when I grab it, the animations and everything else in the world resets. And when someone else grabs it, the ball is force released from their hand. You can easily use this same script to create a trigger that when entered only respawns someone with that name to a special VIP area. Here you can see when trigger is entered by player, if name of player equals Phoenix4VR, respawn player to respawn point. But I'd like to show you a slightly easier way to do this for a large number of names. From a new script block, let's name it VIP section. We can keep when world is started. Then head to the Variables tab, where we are going to create a new string variable called VIPs, and make sure to check the list option. This will be a list of all the VIPs allowed to use the respawn trigger. We can then go to our Operators tab. At the bottom, grab Add to List. Bring this over to when world is started, and we can place the VIP's string list variable into the list pill slot. And from Values, grab a string input for the other pill slot, which we can type our VIP name into, with mine being Phoenix4VR. Now that you have added one VIP to the list, grab from the Add to List code block, and by thumbsticking to the right, we can duplicate this code block for as many VIPs as we want to add. Back on our Events tab, bring over when trigger is entered by player, placing an if code block below it. Then on our Operators tab at the bottom, grab List Contains Item and place this into the if pill slot. This will return a true or false, depending on whether or not an item is in the list. And now we just need to fill it out. On Operators, under Player, grab Name of Player. Place this into the item pill slot. dragging the player pill into it. Then on the Variables tab, we can grab the VIP list variable and place that into the list pill slot. Congratulations, you have now checked a list to see if a player is in it and can now perform any actions you'd like for your VIPs. In our case, we will go to the Motion tab and grab Respawn Player, indenting it into the if code block. We can drag the player pill down and back on our Variables tab, create a new object variable named Respawn Point. This is important because our script is going to be attached to a trigger, so we need to create a reference to the spawn point we want to teleport the player to. You can then drag the object variable pill to replace the self pill in the Respawn code block. And like that, you've done it. Now we just need to attach the script to a trigger. Let's pull out a green trigger gizmo and a respawn point. From the bottom right of the Triggers property panel, we can drop down and select VIP section, which attaches the script. Please note that multiple objects can use the same script, but they each run their own instance of that script. This means if you want two objects to talk to each other, they need to have a reference, like this one that is for our spawn point. See how it says empty? Let's open the property panels of the spawn point gizmo, turning off Spawn on Start, and dragging this spawn pill into the empty pill slot of the Triggers property panel. We can then place the trigger on this green button and move the spawn point onto our balcony. Now let's try it out. You can see it works great for me, but not so well for our friend here. Let's add their name to the VIP list, and now when they walk into the trigger, it works for them too. You've just learned two awesome VIP scripts. If you have any questions or ideas, let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Phoenix, and we'll see you soon in Horizon.